Well, guys, it has become painfully apparent that we need to take our fight for freedom, food, healthcare, everything that we hold dear to the People's House in Washington, D.C. before Great Value Gold member finishes tearing the whole fucking thing down. So in the lead up to the Remove the Regime protest on November 22nd that your ass should be in D.C. for, Will Westmoreland and I are getting together to get our asses out to D.C. to join the vets like Jolly Good Ginger and United States Marine Corps Angry Vet and the good people at Flair for our own Save the Heartland from the Heartless Sit-In. We're going to rally as many people as we can to join us to fight for affordable health care, food security, economic freedom, and our very democracy. We're going to organize congressional visits where we will bring people into the halls of Congress to knock on doors so they can ask their congressmen why they aren't representing them and tell them what we need and expect from our elected officials. We're going to be working with the Farmers Union. We're going to be working with Little Lobbyists, which is an organization that advocates for kids with complex medical needs and disabilities. And we are going to bring real humans who are really being hurt to the forefront so the people who are hurting them can see the damage that they are doing. Because with tariffs putting fewer dollars in Americans' pockets and raising prices so the few dollars we have left don't go nearly far enough, and with healthcare access vanishing and healthcare costs skyrocketing, and the programs that once existed to help people who are hurting and couldn't get ahead vanishing like they are Casper the Ghost, millions of Americans are suffering and people will die if we don't do something. So guys, we are going to do something, but we can't do it alone, which means we need all of your support. We're going to need as many people as possible to join us for the march on the 22nd, so book your tickets now. We are going to need people to help us man the tent because it is a literal 24/7 job, and anybody who can support us financially, we're going to need that too, because unfortunately fighting for freedom is not free. Thankfully, Will Westmoreland already has Back 40 Action, which is a non-profit specifically for doing stuff like this. So if you have the means to support us, you can do that by donating to Back 40 Action through the Act Blue or the PayPal. Every dime we get is going to be able to help us get the permits we need, feed the people who are volunteering their time to help us fight this fight, help cover any legal fees that may arise, because as we've seen with Flair and the veterans out there, wrongful arrests and revocations of permits are not uncommon. Help cover some fuel costs to get some like-minded farmers out there with tractors so we can revive the protests of the 80s farm crisis, and to help provide some appropriate transportation for elderly and disabled people who want to be a part of this, and a few other things we're hoping we can pull off when we are there, one of which would be pretty freaking huge if we can get it done. So Will and I have already committed to this. We've committed our time, our resources, our own money at this point. We're talking to Flair, we're getting our permits, and we're hoping like hell that you all agree and are going to make this as big and impactful and affect as much change as possible. We're going real Field of Dreams here, guys. You know, if you build it, they will come. So please, guys, support Back 40 Action through the PayPal or the Act Blue. And if you can make it to DC in November, please do. There's going to be a ton of opportunities to meet great creators and entertainers, and even some mediocre ones like me, both with the Save the Heartland from the Heartless Sit-In and with the Remove the Regime march on the 22nd, which will feature a ton of great creators, comedians, the Dropkick Murphys, Brian Andrews. We're working on some other great creators and entertainers to be a part of that. So I hope to see y'all out there, and I hope you believe in this like we do, because clearly with all of these tariffs that are made our crops worthless, our politicians are against the grain. So it's time we raise less corn and more hell, and I want to raise hell with all of you.